Just a few minutes, Texas Tech will name defensive coordinator Spike Dykes as their new head football coach at that news conference, which will begin in just a few minutes. Now, we will be joining the announcement live where Sports 11's Joe Amato is standing by. He will have some reaction to the announcement that will be made by Athletic Director T. Jones. As far as Spike Dykes, he has been coaching for 27 years, the last 3 with the Red Raiders as defensive coordinator. As a high school head coach, the 48-year-old Dykes compiled a 93, 39, and 2 record. Most recently, he was from 1980 to 1983 as head coach before joining Tech in '84. His first college experience was at the University of Texas with Darrell Royal and David McWilliams in 1971. There he was the freshman coach for 1 year, offensive line coach for 2 years, special teams and defensive line coach for 1 year each. He's also coached at New Mexico and at Mississippi State with Emory Bellard. Now, once Dykes is named the new coach in just a couple of minutes, as you will see live from the Texas Tech Letterman's Lounge, there's the question of assistant coaches. Who will stay? Who will leave? Who will McWilliams take in Austin? Now, some believe offensive coordinator John Mize, quarterbacks coach Steve Brickey, and running backs coach Jack Kaiser will join McWilliams in Texas. We don't know that for sure yet, but we do know one thing for sure, that Texas Tech will need to look for a new defensive coordinator because that's the position that Spike Dykes will be leaving open. T. Jones said he hoped to keep as many assistants from the squad as possible. Now, last year when Jerry Moore was fired, 6 assistants remain with the team. And once again, we will need to probably let Spike Dykes look for a defensive coordinator because that is the position that he will be vacating. Right now, we are just about ready to go to the news conference. Things are about ready to get underway at Texas Tech. Let's go now live to the Letterman's Lounge and Joe Amato. Joe?
Okay, Greg, I'm reminded of something that Gerald Ford, the president, once said when he took office his first day. He said our long national nightmare was over, and I kind of have that feeling today. We are getting a coach that we are all familiar with. Spike Dykes, of course, is from right around here in West Texas, coached at Midland Lee for some time. He has become very familiar with all of the Red Raider fans here, and he's just a good old guy. Coach Dykes is defensive coordinator. I think one reason why this was expedited so quickly is that Coach Dykes had to be named the coach, and there was some concern that the assistant coaches might bolt out of here if he wasn't. So there was no time wasted, and Coach Dykes will be named the new coach in just a few minutes. Back to the Chevrolet. Greg?
Okay, Joe, so as you just heard from Sports 11's Joe Amato, Texas Tech will name defensive coordinator Spike Dykes as their new head coach. Once again, Dykes has been coaching for 27 years, so he's been around, that's for sure. He's over that span. Now, this is interesting. As I mentioned earlier, his first college coaching experiences was with Darrell Royal and David McWilliams in 1971. Now, things are about ready to get underway there. Once again, we go live to Texas Tech in the Letterman's Lounge. It's over this if you want. Nope, never mind.
Well, thank everybody for coming today. I've got some releases to hand out when we're finished. We're going to start it off by some people up here making some comments, and then they'll take your questions at the end. They'll ask you for your questions at that time. Let me introduce first now the president of Texas Tech University, Dr. Laurel Cavazos.
Thank you very much, Mr. Hornaday. I'm delighted to be here, and I'm so pleased to see so many friends from the media as well as our supporters from throughout this area and throughout the state. I have a very, very brief statement to make, and that is just simply to say that T. Jones, our athletic director, has a report and announcement he wants to make at this time. T?
Thank you, Doctor. We're going to have to quit meeting like this. It seems like just yesterday that we were here, but anyway, thank you so much for coming on behalf of this university. And later this afternoon, I had an opportunity to make a recommendation to the administration concerning the head coach of this university, and I'm very pleased to tell you that the administration accepted that recommendation, and I'm very honored, I guess you'd say, to welcome Sharon and to introduce to you, and how about all welcoming the head coach, Spike Dykes.
certainly it goes without saying this is, a great moment in my life. There's a lot of people responsible that I think anytime that you get something that you seek, that you have sought for a long, long time, there's a lot of people involved. And for all those unnamed parties at this time, I'd like to thank them because it's been a dream that we've had for several years, and a lot of people have contributed to this, and I'm just thrilled to death to be representing Texas Tech University. I think to begin with, it's a great place, a great university. I think our football program is going in the right direction. I think the academic part of it is in fantastic shape. I think our players, the attitude is in fantastic shape. And, certainly at this stage of the game, I think it's just, what a great opportunity I have. And like I said, there's a lot of people that have made this possible, and certainly it's too long of a list to thank them all, but I guess the old assistant coach Sharon, darn, I really, if y'all had about 4 hours, I'd tell you all we've been through now through the years as far as moving and everything, but it's certainly been well worth it. And I'll tell you this, not many people get an opportunity like this, and one that I will honor and one that I am definitely proud of. And I will pledge to you that I will do everything in my power to keep this program going in the right direction and try to enhance it to the best of my abilities. And to that, I can promise you. I do believe this, that with the kind of football players we have, and, the main thing we've got to do, 2 weeks from right now, we're going to be warming up play in Shreveport, Louisiana. And doggone, we need to center our attention on that, and we need to get ready to go to Shreveport and play a football game, and not just play a football game, but to win a darn football game, because we're representing lots of folks, not only our football team, this university, this town, this whole support unit, and we need to make a real good account of ourselves. And so I'm ready to quit worrying about all the other things and start worrying about football, and that's the first task at hand. I'll assure you of that. But again, let me thank you for this opportunity, and thank you, great people, for being here. Without you, we're nothing. And I'll tell you, it's just a great situation, and it's one that I'm just tickled to death and thrilled to death to be a part of, and very honored indeed that they selected me. And it's been sort of a fast situation. That's probably good. I know it's good for me, and that's the only way to have it. And again, thank you very much.
Maybe before we get into the questions, let me have Mr. Rex Fuller from Lubbock, who is chairman of the athletic committee of our Board of Regents, who has a comment to make.
I'm pleased that Director of Athletics T. Jones has been able to choose the next head football coach of Texas Tech University at Red Raiders in such a short period of time. This morning, T. met with Spike Dykes, met with President Laurel Cavazos, Board Chairman Wendell Mays, and I met with Spike Dykes to discuss Coach Dykes becoming the new football coach for Texas Tech. Dr. Cavazos accepted T's recommendation that Coach Dykes be the new head coach. Mr. Mays and I agree that the recommendation made by T was a wise one and fully support the choice. I want to commend T. Jones for his conduct during this past week as he has dealt with the most difficult situation. He has conducted himself in a professional and forthright manner throughout this entire period. Mr. Mays and I concur in our opinion that T. Jones has served Texas Tech well, loyally during this transition period. The contributions he has made to Texas Tech athletic program have been great, and he has performed the job as he was requested to do when he came to Texas Tech a year and a half ago.
There really one other point that I want to add here, because certainly I have the privilege of working on almost a day-to-day basis with our athletic director. And certainly one of the jobs of the president hopefully is to gather all this data and try to understand what's going on. And I must say that it really has been an outstanding job that has occurred here at Texas Tech.